Hi, my name's Lee Plowman and I'm an optometrist. I help optometrists to make their marketing simple and get new patients online. Sign up today for my free email newsletter at optomly.com.au. Today, I'm excited to share about some real life results that you can get for your practice with Facebook ads. Have you recently added a new consultation room or bought a practice? Want to fill your appointment book? Keep watching for more. Ads on Facebook can be huge for your practice. Why? You don't have to spend thousands of dollars and then hope that your ideal patients see it. You can set your budget for as low as a few dollars per day, and you can turn it off whenever you want, and then watch the new patients start to come in. As a private practitioner, your biggest advantage is that you know your area. Said another way, the toughest job that advertisers in corporate optometry face is that they don't know your area like you do. And they don't have the personal connections that you or your colleagues do. In your area, you know the distribution of where people live. You know where the older or newer estates are. Using Facebook ads, you can determine how big of an area that you target. You can choose to show your Facebook ads to a select radius of people around your practice. For example, in our practice, we typically set it at about 40 kilometres or 25 miles around our practice, but this is in a semi-rural area. In a popular city, you might be setting it as low as a mile or two. Today, I'd like to share with you one example of how a dentistry practice attracted over 30 new patients per month just through Facebook ads. But first, let's look at two important things to have at your fingertips. Firstly, which types of patients do you want more of? Ideally, do you want to see more ortho-K, dry eye, behavioural or sports vision patients? If so, then think about the ideal patients for this. Know their gender, age, work, hobbies or sports. Do they typically have private health insurance? Bonus points if you can think of and name one real patient who's in your ideal patient demographic. If you aren't sure who your best patients are, check your clinical software. It shouldn't be too difficult to pull up a list of patients who've made purchases in the last 5 years from you. Then you can split this list and work out who supports your practice the most. Secondly, find out the value of one of your ideal patients. If you're a behavioural optometrist, consultations and vision therapy might bring in around $900 per patient per year. So think about what side of the practice that you want to grow, and then use Facebook ads to attract more of these types of people. In your community, there are people that already know you, like you, and trust you. And there are some people who have heard of you, but they've never visited your practice. Then there's people who don't even know that you're there. It shocks me, but we still get patients who come into our practice who don't know that we exist, even though we've been there for around 10 years or more. It's helpful to think of Facebook in terms of people being warm or cold. Your warm audience is people who already know you. Your cold audience is people who don't. Facebook ads do better when you target information type posts to a cold audience. And that's almost like giving them value before they meet you. How easily can you post some information on your website? If you're using WordPress, one of the most common platforms on the internet, it's easy. If you're a behavioural optometrist, you might post an article about 7 signs that your child is zoning out at school. On the web page with the article, you can then put a little bit of code on to track how many people click onto the article. And basically this little piece of code flags to Facebook that someone has read the article. If someone takes the time to read the article, there's a good chance that they're interested in eye care. Then you can show a new ad to these people to bring them back for an appointment. Going back to our behavioural example, you could say, enter your details for a free visual screening assessment for your child. And parents type in their name, phone number, and they receive an email from you. Tell them that they'll receive a single follow-up call. Your office staff can then call them to ask if patients had any questions. And from there, they can choose to make an appointment with you. So do you want to see some real evidence of Facebook ads working? Well, let's borrow a case study from a dental practice and see how they use Facebook ads. These examples come from Facebook itself and Kim Walsh Phillips. In this example, the dentist used Facebook to fill appointments in their new consultation room. And seeing this work, they had the confidence to open a brand new location just using the same Facebook ad process. In this example, the practice tested several different images and worked out which one was working the best. Surprisingly, the ad that had the best result was the article about the best breakfast type for your teeth. Patients who clicked on the first ad were then shown another. This is to a warm audience because they already knew a little about the practice. The offer that was mentioned was for a free gift certificate towards a consultation. Note that they chose not to say discount, but said gift certificate instead. Also, they used the words limited availability to encourage potential patients to take action now. Not only did they see over 30 new patients per month just from Facebook ads, they achieved a 7 times return on investment. This means that for every dollar they spent, they received 7 in return. Imagine the potential of Facebook ads for your practice. You could fill appointments for a new optometrist, or you could have the confidence to expand to a new location. And it's available to switch on whenever you're ready. Oh, and by the way, if you do create an ad on Facebook, try to avoid saying the words need an eye test. Thank you for watching today. I hope that you've found new confidence to grow your practice with Facebook ads. Please share this with a colleague or a friend who might find it useful. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd sign up for my free email newsletter. All you have to do is head to optomly.com.au/updates, and then you'll never miss an update. Thanks again for joining me today, and please stay tuned for more.